Just create something unless you're sick. That's going to be the new motto going forward. Yep, I managed to post for 3 weeks consistently, strongly, producing some content that I was impressed with and pleased with. And then, on the run up to Christmas, there was just a lot on, and subsequently I got sick over the end of it. But you know what? It is what it is. We battled the sickness. We're at the tail end of it. It's clearing the system and everything is good. So today's video is not going to be me editing photos, although if that's something that you're interested in, please do. Feel free to comment down below and let me know. But instead, this is going to be a quick roundup of my 2021 bucket shot list. Now, this was a list that I created way back at the start of last year, and it was just something that anytime I seen a photo that really inspired me, or I thought that was cool, and something that I would either like to replicate or attempt to do myself, then I would have saved it to this bucket shot list. And I continued doing this throughout the year, and sometimes I would actually delve in and choose a photo to sort of go after, chase, or emulate, and create my own sort of version of it. But by the end of the year, whenever I was sort of reflecting on these shots, I learnt two things. First thing was I didn't put as many photographs in the bucket shot list as I thought I did. And secondly, I actually ticked off a lot more than I thought I did. So that's both cool, interesting, and a really creative way to look at things. It shows me that I've seen these photos and I've actually emulated them off my own accord, many of which did not need me to do a big, huge strategic plan to follow to go and get a certain type of shot. Although some of these shots that you will soon see are, you can't emulate them because they are 3D models or renders. But I mean, if somebody does have a Testarossa, then let me know and we can certainly link up and do a couple of photographs together. But yeah, there's not really too much challenge in any of these photos. Some of them do require a certain type of location, and some of them just require your creativity. But going back to the simple shot of the gas station here, I went out and captured a gas station, although it's not the same sort of gas station as the one there. Obviously, that is from America, and it's got this sort of isolated feel about it. I went out to a local gas station and captured it by myself, and these were the results, and to be honest, I think they turned out perfectly. Another element that I was looking at was this crossed layered photo, where there's some element in the foreground of the person, creating this sort of cyberpunk feel. And again, whenever I did the photo shoot in the arcade, I managed to achieve that because without knowing so, I created something that I was actually seeking to create, and I didn't have to buy or do anything. Another photo again is this silhouetted photo with the lighting, and I managed to capture that whenever I was doing some of my noir photography shoots. And some of these photos are indeed among the top best photos that I produced this year. Even if you're going into the likes of the horror photos that I created as well, they have elements of that as well. Another area that I'd looked into was this storytelling by stacking photos on top of each other. And again, it was something that I was doing throughout the year on numerous occasions, creating those nice cinematic photos that tell a story as you look at it. Another simplistic shot that I've wanted to try for a really long time, just putting another photo inside a bike's wing mirror. I'm still putting my logo on it, but there we go. A simple achieved shot, 2 shots in the one day, creates one photo. Other photos that I would love to create are this here. The colours are really, really nice. The reflections are nice. The lighting's nice. And I love neon, and there's not enough neon where I live. But again, went to an arcade, or a fun fair actually, and managed to get those types of photos. Even though they're not the exact same of what I was basing it on, I was able to create something with the location that I had. Another photo was the stacked images. Simplistic photo, and again, as I was speaking about in one of my previous videos, it was something that I was hesitant to try, but at the time of doing so, I didn't even have a link or correlation between the two photos and managed to achieve the stacked photo, the focus stacking photo shoot with the stepping stones. And like I said before, there's a lot of different other photos that are quite location unique that I wasn't able to create. But then again, with the likes of the Spaceman series that I created on all the sort of spaceman, I created something that was in and of itself unique, that nobody is going to actually replicate it the exact same way as I replicated, and that's kind of cool. And then obviously the likes of the American motels, that's very location specific, and it just gives you that urge and drive to go out, travel again, whenever that's a possibility, and get out there and create more content. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that concept with you, that I had this bucket shot list for 2021. I'll probably create another one for this year and just add things as I go, maybe even using the same bucket shot list, because I've nicely rounded it off there. But yeah, that was what's been going through my head for the past several weeks as I've been recovering and just doing whatever I was doing. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. As always, check out me on Instagram at Mr. Quinn Photography. Use the hashtag MrQPHOTOS for whenever you're posting your photos on the Instagram, and hopefully we'll get in there and check that out, some of the content you're producing as well. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.